I think so. We can start. So, good evening, partners, and welcome to the webinar on the new partner dashboard. Let me just introduce myself and Shrabni. So, I am Pratik Jain, and I head the products for the digital web business of Anand Rathi. And I have also Shrabni Nag with me. She heads the operations. Now, the topic for today's session is the new partner dashboard. So, this I think so is something which we have been discussing, and we launched this last week. The objective of this dashboard was that in one screen, basically the partners, how this dashboard can help you in increasing your business, or you give a glimpse of your business. आपके business के बारे में एक glimpse अगर आपको जाननी है, and you want to get more details about the business. That was the thought process कि एक dashboard में क्या क्या दिखना चाहिए. So with that thought process is something which we started creating this and collating and getting all the data on the same dashboard. Now one is कि मैं सिर्फ आपको I just show data to you कि ये सब चार data points है, but if there is an actionable, I think so that's where it helps, because then it helps you in adding more business, growing your business. That was the thought process. So उस चीज के लिए भी हमने कुछ points add किए थे, so that how this can enable you to get more business. So broadly, I'll just explain broadly क्या क्या चीजें हैं. One is of course the glimpse of your AUM, how it is spread, what's your sales summary basically for this month and for this financial year. And there is one important tidbit is the actionable. See, any data point सिर्फ data दिखाने से sense नहीं है, but अगर कुछ actionable हो तो then it will help you also to grow your business. So एक actionable है कि कहाँ कहाँ opportunity है, कि कहाँ client को हम, जिसने SIP स्टार्ट नहीं किया है तो उसकी SIP स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं, वो अपॉर्चुनिटी दिखाई है. स्ट्रक्चर प्रोडक्ट की अपॉर्चुनिटी दिखाई है. नॉन एयर होल्डिंग्स जिसकी है वो दिखाई है. एंड basically the clients who've not invested anything. So that's also an opportunity. So that opportunity bucket is also something which is very critical. That will help you in basically targeting and focusing के आज मुझे किस client पे focus करना है. I think so that would help, because as we do business and grow into this business, तो क्या हो जाता है, we majorly focus on those clients or the top clients, and the smaller clients are there where there's an opportunity is something which is missed. So with that thought process in mind, actually we created this dashboard. So I'll I'll actually pass it on to Shrabni, who will basically explain how this dashboard looks like, what are the features, what are the important pointers there. She'll explain by logging into the dashboard so that even you can see, and then you can probably explore at your end as well to know more about your business. So I'll hand it over to Shrabni. Shrabni, over to you. You can just run through basically the partner dashboard, how it looks and what each element suggests.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you, Pratik, for the opportunity. So let me just show the live demonstration of the dashboard feature. So for that, we have we are just logging in the partner app portal. Some glitch happened.
Shravani, we can't see the screen. You'll have to share the screen.
Yeah, Pratik, 1 second just. Just getting the OTP and then I'll just show the screen. 1 second. Okay, so I'll just log in and I would require just the OTP. Okay, so the first page which opens up after the login is the dashboard screen. Okay, so of course the dashboard screen shows the name of the partner, and then it shows your AUM, and the number of clients within which this AUM is distributed. Then there's a further bifurcation of this AUM into whatever is invested in mutual fund. So in this case, for this partner, out of 11.3835 crores, 9.34 crores is in equity mutual fund plus debt mutual funds, which is 82%. Then there's a structured product bifurcation of the total portfolio. Then it is further shown into ELSS and short term. It also gives you an idea of the SIP which were executed last month, along with the amount and the number of unique clients. Then there is a sales summary, which shows the MF invested in the current month as well as the MF investment in this financial year till date. Okay, so this is sales, purchase minus redemptions. Again, for the SP, the current month SP investment minus unwindings, and similar for the year till date figures. Now this is total sale, which is of course ML plus SP in current month as well as year till date part. Also, it gives you an idea of the total number of account open in the current month as well as the number of account since inception. Then we have given an option for downloading the consolidated transaction report for the entire financial year, partner wise. So you can download from here. I have already downloaded one because it takes like few minutes to show it up. One second. Okay, so it shows the entire purchases, redemptions in the current financial year for all the partners which are mapped under this dummy DWM RM. It has date, amount, units, everything, including the entries of SIP, SP purchase, and SP unwindings. Okay. Then we have a business opportunity dashboard part, which gives you an idea of the amount of clients wherein you can add SP for the clients, SIP for the clients, and there are holdings which are into non-AR which can be invested back into the AR schemes. And there is a count of non-funded accounts which is shown clearly in this snapshot. So it is easier for you to pitch those clients about the requirements. Okay, so here also we have given a option to download the Excel. So if we download, I will show you the Excel parts after I've shown the overview. So then we have the links of account opening and modification and FAQs, of course. And then we have the birthday list of your clients, which is on a rolling basis. So from today to next 7 days, it will show the birthdays of your clients. Okay. So let me go and show you the Excels.
Just one sec, Shabni. Just one sec.
Yeah.
So basically, partners, if you can just be on that screen only, Shabni, the dashboard.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So if you can just go up. So partners, I think so. This is something which was required. So we've added this now. It gives you that how much AUM you have. So in this case, this is of course a dummy login, but AUM is 11.35 crores. How it is spread and how many clients are contributing to the AUM. So see how you can actually read this data. So one is 82% is in mutual funds, 12% is in structure product. So basically we are suggesting a 60-40 allocation. So structure product is something which is less. So that's where the first opportunity is something which arises. See, one point is I can just look at data and see, okay, मेरा 11.5 crore का AUM है, पर 12 है, मतलब structure बड़ा कम है. So that's where the first opportunity lies. Now, second is tax, of course, is there, but since the new regime is something which has been implemented with 12 lakhs, I think so tax portfolio धीरे धीरे कम ही होगा clients का. So यहाँ पे भी आपके पास opportunity है कि यार जैसे ही 3 साल complete हो जाए, तो you can move him to mutual funds and structured products in that combination. शॉर्ट टर्म है तो अगेन सी व्हाट हैपेंस इज मेनी टाइम्स क्लाइंट बोलता है कि यार ये मुझे रिक्वायरमेंट है शायद 3 महीने में 6 महीने में, but after 6 months probably the client doesn't even remember, he doesn't want that money. Now with this short term you can actually check कि यार ये client किस client के पास है, which is there in the Excel, but this कि यार ये शॉर्ट टर्म का है, ये पैसा अगर क्लाइंट को नहीं लगने वाला है, and if that money is something which can be invested for long term, that's where another opportunity comes in. So that's where this data point helps. Then the last one is SIP. So as Shravani mentioned, right, कि 23 clients का AUM है, but सिर्फ 6 client के SIP execute हुए है last month. मतलब almost 17 clients है जिसका SIP नहीं गया है या नहीं चालू है. So then again an opportunity. SIP is something which we are at an all-time high in SIP numbers every month, right? At 28,000 crores. So SIP is something which even the client knows, client भी सुनता है. So यहाँ पे आपको वो opportunity मिल जाएगी कि यार मेरे बाकी के clients के पास SIP नहीं है, which I can push. सेकेंड टेबल जो है वो है करंट सेल्स, जो है सेल्स समरी है कि लेट बी देयर, सेल्स समरी है कि आज इस मंथ में मेरा कितना म्यूचुअल फंड हुआ है और इस साल में मेरा कितना म्यूचुअल फंड का हो नेट इनफ्लो आया है. सी दिस नंबर्स आर ऑल नेट इनफ्लोज. दिस इंक्लूड्स ऑल म्यूचुअल फंड्स which is the wealth portfolio, the short term portfolio, the tax portfolio, everything put together is the net sale, the sales summary. स्ट्रक्चर में भी परचेज माइनस अनवाइंडिंग, कि अगर मैंने कोई क्लाइंट का अनवाइंड हुआ है और उसका परचेज हुआ है कि नहीं हुआ है, सो इफ दैट नंबर इज नेगेटिव देन दैट आल्सो एड्स यू कैन से एन अपॉर्चुनिटी कि यार ये क्लाइंट ने अनवाइंड किया बट पैसा वापस डाला नहीं है, या अगर डाला है तो म्यूचुअल फंड में डाला है, सो देन यू वुड नो कि क्या हुआ है क्या नहीं हुआ है. सो एवरी नंबर इफ यू लुक एट in detail you'll understand about more about your business, that where your business is and कैसे शेप हो रहा है, कितने अकाउंट्स ओपन हुए हैं. ऑफ कोर्स एज आई सेड दिस इज अ डमी थिंग, बट यहाँ पे करंट मंथ में मेरे पास कितने अकाउंट्स खुले हैं, दिस करंट अकाउंट्स मेरे लाइफ टाइम में मेरे आज कितने अकाउंट्स हैं. also I know that am I on pace, right pace, कि यार मेरे अकाउंट्स खुल रहे कि नहीं खुल रहे, बिकॉज अकाउंट्स खुलेंगे तब जाके मोबिलाइज. कम डाउन ना शब्दी. Now coming to the business opportunity, तो यहाँ पे सी इट्स लाइक SISP. Of course there's zero, we'll explain more in detail when she opens the Excel, but SIP में 14 क्लाइंट है जिनका SIP नहीं है. तो यहाँ पे आपके क्लाइंट्स को कैसे ऐड कर सकते हैं, राइट. नाउ नॉन AR होल्डिंग्स, अगेन क्लाइंट जिनके पास नॉन AR होल्डिंग्स है. सी दिस इज समथिंग विच इज वेरी क्रिटिकल यार, कि क्लाइंट को हम मॉडल पोर्टफोलियो बोलते हैं, अगर 1 साल के ऊपर हो गया है और उसके पास नॉन AR होल्डिंग्स है, दिस इज बेसिकली लॉन्ग टर्म होल्डिंग्स, राइट, विच कैन बी मूव्ड. So this is an again a talking point when you can speak to the client, realign it, add more money, ask for more money, ask for portfolio reviews. See, these are all talking points when you talk to client. आप उनके साथ 4 चीजें बात कर सकते हो. आप पोर्टफोलियो रिव्यू की बात कर सकते हो, आप उसके साथ SIP स्टार्ट करने की बात कर सकते हो, आप स्ट्रक्चर प्रोडक्ट की बात कर सकते हो, आप नॉन AR होल्डिंग्स को रियलाइन करने की बात कर सकते हो. सो ऑल दीज आर टॉकिंग पॉइंट्स विच यू कैन यूज टू गेट मोर मनी फ्रॉम द क्लाइंट. एंड नॉन फंडेड मतलब अकाउंट ओपन किया है बट क्लाइंट ने पैसा नहीं डाला है. So that's also something which is like he's taken the effort of opening the Demat account, but then after that he doesn't invest money. So then again you can go back to the client, right? The right table which is there is basically ये जो sales summary का जो download हो रहा है, that is something which you can see and you can take the action. If you can go down, Shravani. So here we've added upcoming birthdays. So basically birthdays, next 1 week के rolling birthdays का list आते रहेगा आपके, which you can actually just log in, check, and you can wish accordingly. See, it's a small thing, but if you actually call someone on your birthday, if you अगर client को call करते हो, he would definitely feel better. अच्छा लगेगा उसको. So this is something which you can use. Then the links are there. These are common links which you use, that is for account opening, for modification, and for FAQs. So these links are also easy, handy है कि आपके यही पेज पे आपके मेजर काम जो है इसी पेज से मेजर काम हो जाएगा रिगार्डिंग टू योर बिजनेस. सो दैट वाज द थॉट प्रोसेस, इसीलिए ये हमने क्वाड्रेंट्स ऐड किए थे. नाउ विल गेट इनटू मोर डिटेल के एग्जैक्टली ये अभी ये SIP है या SP है तो कौन क्लाइंट है, या AUM है तो वो AUM कितने क्लाइंट में बटा हुआ है, कितने क्लाइंट्स का SIP चल रहा है, कितने क्लाइंट्स का SIP नहीं चल रहा है, मैंडेट रजिस्टर्ड है नहीं है, स्ट्रक्चर प्रोडक्ट में अपॉर्चुनिटी है तो कितनी अपॉर्चुनिटी है. All those things are something which would be there in the Excel. So over to you, Shravani. You can open the Excel and you can explain.
Yeah, sure. So the password for all the downloads would be your partner code. So this is the first Excel summary which we get from the AUM part. So basically it shows your client details like your client code, his name, mobile number, email ID, date of birth, PAN, etc. Of course, your RM code. Also, it will show the wealth strategy which was set by the client while onboarding. So this is all the client's old data. Then we have equity mutual fund current value as well as investment value and XIRR. Similarly, for debt mutual fund, the current value, investment value, and XIRR. For SP, investment value, XIRR, and current value. Then we have wealth plus portfolio, short-term portfolio, and tax portfolio. So here we show the SIP executed in the last month. So, and also which of the client of yours have a mandate in place. So wherever you don't have an SIP, or you have a mandate, so you can pitch them accordingly. Or wherever mandate also is not there, so you can give the inputs to the client accordingly. Then we have realized gain, unrealized gain, total portfolio return, whether the client has installed the app or not, his last purchase date in our platform, also the long-term non-AR schemes which are in long-term mode, and the percentage of total portfolio to the non-AR schemes. So as Pratik already discussed, so these are very good business insights for all of you. Okay, so and also for your convenience, we have attached the long-term, short-term data in this Excel as only. So you can have a look of the client with their name, schemes, and whichever you want to redeem or switch, that can be done from this Excel itself. Then we downloaded the business opportunity Excel from here. I'll show you that one as well. Okay. So the first Excel gives you the list of the clients wherein there is no SIP. And also the NACH mandate status of those clients. And the second Excel sheet tells you about whichever client, wherever there's an opportunity in the client's portfolio for adding an SP of 10 lakhs and above. Basically here, the client's portfolio size is greater than 25 lakhs. And if there's a possibility, then we can add a SP of 10 lakhs. So this we have indicated here. Rest all data are similar to the ones which I have shown you from the AUM part. Okay, so this is the introduction of the business dashboard. So I hope all of you will start using it. And
Shravani, if you can just open the Excel. So basically, see, there are three main things which were there in the Excel. One is, of course, the basic information is there. This is, I think, so the opportunity one. So one is the SIP opportunity. So here you get the list basically of those clients who don't have an SIP. सो एट वन क्लिक आपको मिल जाएगा कि यार क्लाइंट का एसआईपी नहीं है और उसका नैश मैंडेट रजिस्टर्ड है कि नहीं है. सो यू नो कि यार जहां पे येस है एंड एसआईपी नहीं है, दैट्स द फर्स्ट इजी किल विच आई कैन एक्चुअली गो एंड स्पीक टू द क्लाइंट. सर अपना नैश रजिस्टर्ड है एंड वुड यू वांट टू स्टार्ट एन एसआईपी. it can happen in 4 days, right? The SIP can be executed in 4 days. जिसका नैश मैंडेट रजिस्टर्ड नहीं है, सो इट इज इजी व्हेन यू टॉक टू द क्लाइंट कि सर अपना एसआईपी स्टार्ट करना है तो नैश मैंडेट रजिस्टर करना है. नैश मैंडेट के लिए भी यू डोंट नीड टू डिपेंड. आप एक्चुअली ऐप पोर्टल से आप सीधा नैश मैंडेट खुद ही बेच सकते हो, मैंडेट रजिस्ट्रेशन, राइट? सो दिस डेटा इज समथिंग विच इज एन इजी एक्शनेबल फॉर इंक्रीजिंग द एसआईपी बुक. द एसपी अपॉर्चुनिटी इज कि क्लाइंट ने स्ट्रक्चर लिया है या नहीं लिया है. सो बेसिकली 40% का एलोकेशन जो है, व्हाट वी आर सेइंग इज कि 60% इज म्यूचुअल फंड, 40% इज स्ट्रक्चर प्रोडक्ट. Now, if a client has 25 lakhs, 10 lakhs has to be there in structure products, and that's the minimum ticket which we are saying, right, for the structure product. So 15 लाख म्यूचुअल फंड में है, 10 लाख स्ट्रक्चर में। तो अगर क्लाइंट का पूरा 25 लाख म्यूचुअल फंड में है, तो यहाँ पे आपको अपॉर्चुनिटी में 10 लाख रुपया दिखेगा। दैट्स व्हाट basically based on the current portfolio, 40% of that is something which we are showing as an SP opportunity, but that opportunity value has to be more than 10 lakhs. Then you can actually go and talk to the client, जहां से जैसे यहाँ पे दिख रहा है कि यार ये क्लाइंट में मेरे पास 18 लाख की अपॉर्चुनिटी है। Now this 18 lakhs is from the current wealth, or you can go and talk to the client and get more monies from the client to add value and add structure product, right? Like जैसे last 1 year है कि यार market hasn't moved enough, but जिसने भी secondary structure product लिया है उसको returns दिख रहे हैं 12% 13% जो भी product लिया है 12.5. So that's where structure product adds value, right? We've discussed this. We are not discussing the proposition here, but this is where you can use the SP opportunity कि यार SP opportunity यहाँ पे है. Now, in the earlier sheet which she mentioned, where the entire details are, in that, the AUM file, in that you have everything. You have your mutual fund, maybe breakup है, mutual funds में equity है, debt है, structure product है, short term है, tax है. उन्होंने जो strategy set की थी initially, when the client opened the account, कि 60-40 है, 70-30 है, 80-20 है, that is mentioned. The allocation is also mentioned here कि how much is the allocation in mutual funds and structure products. So you can actually see कि यार client कितना वो एक्चुअल उसके एसेट एलोकेशन से ड्रिफ्ट हुआ है कि नहीं हुआ है. सो दैट इज ऑल्सो अवेलेबल. द एक्स आईआरआर इज ऑल्सो अवेलेबल. द रिटर्न इज ऑल्सो अवेलेबल हियर. द एसआईपी डेटा इज अवेलेबल हियर कि यार लास्ट मंथ में उसकी एसआईपी अमाउंट कितनी एग्जीक्यूट हुई है. दैट इज देयर. हैज द क्लाइंट डाउनलोडेड द ऐप और नॉट? दैट इज ऑल्सो वेरी क्रिटिकल इन्फॉर्मेशन. गेट द ऐप डाउनलोडेड फॉर ऑल योर क्लाइंट्स. तो क्लाइंट्स बेसिक चीजों के लिए आपको नहीं कॉल करेगा, वो ऐप पे उसकी वैल्यू देख सकता है, वो ऐप पे रिपोर्ट्स निकाल सकता है. सो दीज आर थिंग्स विच द क्लाइंट कैन डू इट ऑन हिज ओन. Another important data point which we added was last transaction date, last purchase date. So इससे समझ में आता है कि क्लाइंट कितना एक्टिव है. मतलब अगर 2 साल 3 साल तक क्लाइंट ने कुछ पैसा ही नहीं ऐड किया है, so then that is also something which can be an actionable for you to just go and check with the client, sir, कि यार 2-3 साल में अपना कुछ इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं हुआ है. So you can actually check with him. See, all these data points ये डाले हैं कि it would help you in basically engaging with the clients. And the more you engage and the more data points you can give to him, I think so, the more monies you'll be able to manage. So that's why in this, there are certain things which are there in the Excel, which has every information, right? And there are certain things which are there on the dashboard, which will give you pointers. So as I think so, Shrabni mentioned, uh, Q&A box or on the chat, you can put it. If there are any questions, you can put it on the Q&A or the chat, and we will be happy to take them. So if you can just put it in the chat or the Q&A box, sir, it would help. There is one suggestion. I think so. Shrabni will just note it down. Chat is disabled. Just on chat. Chat. Now I've enabled the chat, partners. You can probably post it there. So it's a partner portal. Basically, the link is something which you can connect with your BDM. He'll be able to help you out. He'll share the link with you. Uh, it's the partner portal. Where to find the amount of SWP set for the client, the date of SWP? Shrabni, if you can just answer that. So, Vishwesh,
Sorry,
the S,
I was on mute. Sorry.
yeah, yes, yes, Shrabni.
Yeah. So basically, that SWP data currently we don't have available in the dashboard or portal. It can be seen under the consolidated transaction sheet. However, good suggestion. We will look forward to adding SWP and STPs also going forward in an Excel sheet. So it is usable for all of you.
Okay, we are not getting updated. New marketing campaign creatives are there on the portal, Dipankar. I think so. Bhavya had put it on the group as well for the Janmashtami and the Independence Day, which we had created a video. Even that was there uploaded on the portal. So probably we could have taken it from there. Uh, and new campaign, marketing campaign creators are also there. We'll check if it's. I think so. It's updated, but if it's not, we'll post it, Dipankar. Board 50. So Ram, I don't know what you're referring to, but currently there are no overlaps as such. I think so. It's very clear there are different boxes which are there, which shows the data. If you can highlight something specific individually, we'll definitely check on that. Step up SIP currently is not there. STP, of course, is not there through the system, but step up SIP is something currently, that's not a feature which is available right now. We would take that into consideration, but currently it's not there. Yes, Deepak, I think so. Your suggestion can definitely be taken ahead. We'll definitely look into this for sure. Any more questions or suggestions, partners? We've received a few suggestions also, which we'll try to incorporate for sure. So, in the meantime, Shrabni, what I would suggest, if you can just give a brief run through of the portal in 5 minutes, and then if there are more questions, we can take that, and then if there are no more questions, then we can close.
Yeah, of course. Okay, so it's not mute.
Yes, we could see this.
Yeah, am I audible, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, okay, fine. So basically, I'll just go through the portal features. Okay, so most of the people know about it, but I just thought many new people have added, so I just thought I'll just update you about that. So the first thing is that you can see all your client list in under lead and client. If you select the client and family, it will show you all your active clients in this. Okay. And this portal can be used for placing orders. So either it is purchase order, redemption order, or you can add a mandate. You can register a mandate for the client from the portal itself, and you can even send an SIP consent to the client. Okay. So while we all are here to help you out with the consents, but sometimes it might happen that you are with a client on a Sunday evening and you want to just invest in some or send a consent to the client. So for that, I'll just show you the how to send a consent from this app. So basically, for sending any consent, we have to go to the order manager. We'll have to click on the invest order. So we'll put the client code in this. After that, we'll add some amount. So for example, say it's 1 lakh is the amount which client want to invest in. So while the cursor is still here, we click enter. The system will automatically bifurcate the amount. I will have to increase this amount within all the schemes as per our allocation of which is pre-built in this strategy. And once we click on save, which is below the action button, a consent will be sent to the client for purchase. And once the client accepts this consent, within 5 minutes, they will receive a payment link from BAC Star to complete the payment. So in one go, within 15-20 minutes, a transaction can be completed through this portal. Similarly, if there's an instance wherein a client just wants to invest in arbitrage fund. So we just have to remove all these entries. This is editable. So we just add like 2 lakhs here. And we just save it. So a consent of 4 lakhs, which is here in this table, will go to the client instead of 10 lakhs. So whatever I'm setting in this table, that will go to the client. Similarly, suppose one of our client wants to redeem amount. So we will go to the withdraw order screen. We'll add the desirable amount which the client needs to withdraw. So the system will automatically take the non-AR schemes or the schemes which are in debt or short-term schemes or any ELSS scheme which has completed 3 years. And we just have to save it, and consent will directly go to the client for approval. Then we have SIP tab, so wherein we can register the mandate for any client. We just have to add the mandate amount, which is generally 5 lakhs for our clients. We need to select the bank account and account type. Once we click on save, the ENACH mandate will go directly to the client, which of course she needs to approve it within, and this link will be valid for like 10-15 days, good time. So she can complete the registration at her convenience. Now, once mandate is registered, it is ready for SIP. And the mandate ID will show under this. I'll just check some other. I'll just take some other example wherein a mandate is there in place. So we took a client code, client name will appear automatically. I selected the SIP amount. The minimum SIP amount is 15,000 through this portal. I selected the mandate ID, which is already there. We select the portfolio type, SIP date. It will automatically bifurcate the amount among the schemes, and we just have to save it. Consent will go to the client. This consent is valid for 5 working days, within which the client has to approve it. Also, we require a minimum 5 business days before I send the consent. For example, I can send today consent for 28th and the client can approve it. SIP will get active. But if somebody wants to start his SIP from tomorrow, then we'll not be able to start it from this month onwards. So these things we have to just keep in mind before sending the consent. Apart from that, whatever consents I have sent, I can view it under order history tab. So order history, inside order history tab, I can check how many consents are yet to be approved by my clients if I select the consent needed part. For this particular partner, there is none, so nothing is reflecting here. Similarly, for sell portfolio or redemptions, I can check whichever consent is pending for my client. So that's about the portal features. We'll cover a bit
Yeah.
detailed version in some other webinar.
So, Vishwesh, yes, of course, it would be, we can probably have that discussion. So, this was one where we thought we'll just open it up and we'll just explain. And then, probably, if any, there are suggestions or something which you can definitely discuss and you can let us know, and we'll definitely be happy to add whichever is easy to apply and add. If the client wants to buy non-AR, schemes are not allowed through the portal, Deepak. Probably the SIP is something which you can still do, but not the lump sum purchase is something which is not there. Shrabni, if you can the partner stop the SIP from
No,
the?
no. Currently, we don't have a provision for the partner to stop SIP from the portal. So they will have to connect with their BDM, sorry, their account managers or service manager for canceling any SIP. Or an email from the client would do work either way.
Understood. And there was one more thing is like for SIP, so is currently it's the code through which we can find. Can we find through the name?
SIP consent you want
Okay, SIP report, which Vishwesh has mentioned. So it's like even in the SIP, if I want to go and click there, so I have to, as you mentioned, you type the code, right? Can we do search through the name?
so whatever SIP's consent has been sent, that you can search through name. But if you want to send somebody a consent,
Then you have to do it through the
yeah,
code.
yeah.
That is something which you can check if you can have it through the uh,
Yeah, I will just get it check whether we can
yes.
get it done in place. So currently SIP, like for sending SIP consent, that is not there through the name part. But of course, you can check for the consent which has been sent with the name in SIP history. Then we have
So there was one in our portal. If two accounts are opened with the first holder same, the reports the client cannot see the reports separately. So Sudhir, basically, it's like if the trading code is the same, then only one demat ka details is something which the system is built to see the reports. So if there is one trading code and there are two demats attached to it, then only one account ka details is something which is be accessible. The second one is something which you can ask the team and the team will be able to give you, the operation team will be able to give you. But if there are two separate trading codes, then you will be able to access even if the same first holder is there. But if there are two accounts with one trading ID, then the system is built such that you can access only one details. You can't access the other. The calculators are there, Kamlesh, in the portal. So it's not there in the dashboard, but the portal has calculator segment where you can go and check. Those details are there. A few more suggestions are on the birthday. So if you can actually have a birthday card which you can actually share it to the client, or an email is something which is not there, but at least if there is an image is something which we can put it. So then that is something which you can use while wishing or sending it to the client. I think so that is there. Uh, there's one question, I think so, Shrabni from Dinesh, that the client can see the year of goal on the client app. So where can he see that on the portal? On the portal, the partner can see that which till it's like if it's booked, if he's taken for 20 years, then that date is something which is visible on the portal.
not able to view that question. for some reason.
Is there on the Q&A box?
Pradeep, can you repeat the question because it is still not
So
reflecting in my Q&A.
the question was that the client can see the year of goal. Basically, if
Okay.
he selected 20 years, so on the
Yeah.
client app he sees 20 years, मतलब 2025 में किया है तो 45 का year दिखता है कि
Okay.
45 में 20 years select किया है. So can that be seen in the portal also?
So currently, of course, we'll definitely check with our team. So how can we add
Check on
that?
this now. Yeah, we can come back on this if it's there on the portal.
Yeah.
We can't have two trading accounts for one. So basically, if the first holder is the same, Sudhir, then we can't have two trading accounts because it's basically the PAN number is the same, right? So
Yeah.
you can have two DMAT, but you'll have only one trading. But if the second holder is the same in say two accounts, then you can have two trading accounts, basically. But the first holder is the same, then you can't have two trading accounts. You'll have only one trading account.
Basically, the first holder's PAN number has to be unique.
Yes. Yes. Why there we would look at that as well, Dinesh. We'll try to merge it if it's possible. Any more questions or queries or suggestions, partners? You can post it after. You can route it through your BDMs also, and we'll be happy to discuss that. And whatever we can incorporate immediately, we'll try to do that. Or if it takes time, we'll let you know on that. But I think so. We've got some suggestions which we'll try to implement so that it would help your experience. So that's something which is the aim.
There's some new message.
So in the transaction statement, does it?
Difference between redemption and transmission. So redemption entries show as redemption and transmission entries show the transfer out. But if you're talking about the capital gains report, then still it is not reflecting separately. If it is only for the
But in
capital
the
gains
transaction statement, Shabni,
transaction statement, it has separate entries. So redemption will reflect as redemption and transmission reflect as transfer out or DMAT transfer out.
or DMAT transfer out. So then you can basically understand. It will not come as transmission, but ultimately that's what the RTA takes it, right? That is a transfer out. But in the capital gains, currently it's not there, Vishwesh. It's still.
Currently capital gains with the provision is not there. But of course, we will have it in at some point of time.
So Sudhir, currently our systems are not there to have this. I don't know if anyone else does this, but as far as our systems are concerned, you can have only one trading account for two DMATs if the first holder's PAN is the same. So you can get the report. Currently, you can get the report through the ops team. They'll be able to help you out on that.
Yeah, we will provide. The back office team will be able to provide you with the two credit statements.
So the SIP dates, Dinesh, currently I don't think so the system has that. We will be actually having a report on the SIP registration. That's where the SIP dates will come in. Currently, the SIP dates data is not available in the dashboard,
Dashboard data.
but it would come in the SIP report, which is there under
SIP module.
yeah, so SIP module. So that there you would get that detail. That is there in the pipeline. That would happen. So I think so. No further questions. So
Yeah, further questions.
thank you, partners, for actually patiently listening. And we actually urge you that you actually start using this. If there are any more questions or suggestions, you can actually route it through the BDMs, and we'll be happy to implement. As I said, whichever is easy to do it immediately, we'll try to do that. Or if it would take time and it really adds value, we'll definitely do that as well. But do use this. This would definitely help you in getting to know more about your business and where there are opportunities and where there are nudges which you can actually nudge your client to get more monies, streamline your business as well. I think so that's the prime purpose. So this is the start. Of course, we will keep on adding more things on this as well, to make ultimately it's like to help you and make your life much more easier to manage your business. I think so that's the aim. So with this, there are of course a few suggestions which we implement that as well, whichever is easy to do, and we'll get back to you on that. Right. So thank you, partners, for patiently listening. Thank you, Shrabni, for taking us through this session. So thank
Yeah,
you
thank you
and
so
have a
much,
good day, guys.
everyone. Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Good day.